Hello everyone, this is another video review, and this time it is the MC Ryujimaru. I'm pretty certain now that this is actually a resin kit that was converted into a plastic kit. So first of all, the box art look pretty cool, and I have no idea where it come from. There is a big chance that someone in MC literally drew it, because I've never seen this as an official art before. Unfortunately, my box is a bit crushed, but like most kit, it shows you what you get. So on this side is a bit more on posing, articulation and stuff, and some action pose. Assembly instruction is pretty standard. It's good quality, thick waxy paper, and a pretty nice art of the kit assembled and painted professionally. And you have the back, a bit like the old style Master Grade kit, where they have the front and the back of the kit on the front and the back of the manual. So once again, all of the art on the box are now in the instruction as well. And here's a part list. Consider it's a ST kit. It's pretty good actually. There is one plate of white, one plate of yellow, one small plate of red, two tiny plates for the stand, a very tiny plate for clear red, and then one plate of blue, and then one plate of polycaps. As you can see here, there are actually 3 types of hands, and there are 2 pairs of them. Interestingly, most Bandai kits are made of polystyrene plastic, while in here, the white, the blue, the yellow, and the red are all ABS plastic. The only plastic that is actually polystyrene is actually the clear red. Even the stand are ABS. Which is kind of odd, because people who are used to Bandai kit will find that ABS plastic feel tacky, slightly rubbery, and is not react really well to polycement. They do react, it just takes them a lot longer for them to actually react and actually bond. But then it's an odd choice, because they have been using polystyrene for the rest of the kit quite often. But yeah. So here are the assembly, pretty straightforward. If you build any high-grade kits before, there will be no problem here. And finally, a few more action pose and the extra accessory you get. Oh, remember there's also stickers worth 5 jewel stickers. Okay, yeah, I have to use the magnifying glasses to improve the clarity and the focus. So here's Ryujimaru. So it looks pretty good. One thing I will complain about is the blue plastic by default is not very accurate. It's a bit too pastel. It should be a lot darker. So as you can see here, there's something odd here. There's not a lot of yellow and in place there's a lot of gold. That is because the first edition comes with both the yellow version and a gold variant. This is the first version exclusive. So in here I decided to use most of the gold, and I just put the 2 dragon symbol in yellow just to show the difference. I will change them to gold later on as well. So it looks pretty good. Let's do a size comparison. Here is a standard SD. So you can see that here is slightly taller. Yep. And articulation. Let's talk about articulation. The head is on the ball joint, but it can go up and down only very little, and side to side a very small amount as well, because of the collar and the shape of the head. There is a joint on the inside of the shoulder, which is on a which is a polycap on a swivel joint, so it can go up and down quite a bit, and it can go forward and backward quite a reasonable amount as well, if you can see it. That rod is actually a after it's come from the polycap, is a double ball joint, so this part of it is actually rests on that one ball joint, and because of that it can actually turn 360 if you really want to. Whoops, by the way, I haven't stick anything together yet besides some of the major body parts, because I want to paint it afterward. So the shoulder part is actually connected to the ball joint, which means that this also go around as well, and it can turn 360 as long as it doesn't hit the antenna. The shoulder armor is on the swivel, so it can go down and up. The claw at the end is on a separate ball joint, which means that it can lean out a bit and inward a bit. The arm is on a swivel joint on the inside, so it can rise all the way up until it hits claw. It's on a peg, so it can swivel 360 on its own. The elbow is one joint, so it can bend up 90 degrees. And just underneath the elbow is another swivel joint, so this can turn 360 as well. The hand is on a polycap ball joint, so it can wiggle around and 360, and the hand itself is actually rubber, so it's actually pre-molded and it's very grippy, and it's also a bit soft, so be careful when you're trying to push it in and out of the polycap joint. There is a waist joint, so he can turn about this much without forcing it, and it can go up and down a little bit and sideways a very little bit, hardly noticeable. The hip joint is actually one bar going from this side to the other. In the middle is another polycap to a peg joint, so whoops, once again I haven't stick anything together, so the kneecap is actually moving around. So for some reason when you're trying to wiggle one leg, the other leg will move as well. But yeah, it has because of that joint, it can actually go up and down a little bit and forward and backward a bit as well, yeah, as you can see here. So individual leg are on a ball joint, so they can go forward this much, backward about the same as well, and they can go outward to, ooh, there's an interesting pose. There is a knee joint, but although it can bend about 20-25 degrees, 30 degrees, it makes absolutely no difference. This side is completely straight, this side is completely bent. You can't see a difference. The feet is on a polycap joint, polycap ball joint, so it can go upward quite a bit, down quite a bit, sideways only a little bit, and the front foot guard does move. So overall, he is SD with above SD quality of articulation. Oh, accessory, he has a sword that is sheathed in onto this red piece, which can swivel 360, and the sword comes out. So to use it, you have to take the end hook off, then you push it in, then you plug this back in. In the show, Orochimaru usually only used the sword, the beam that's basically fire out in the form of a dragon from the shoulder, and the two dragon claw which can take it out and throw as a tiny boomerang. He doesn't got a lot of weapon, but he don't need it because he uses a sword and he can fight. So it's pretty cool. I'm probably not going to show you how in here because it probably take a while, but I might give you a photo of it now to show you that Ridgemaru can actually hold the sword with both hands at the same time, and with one or two interesting poses as well. So yeah, besides the holding things hand, there are also a few more, as we mentioned before, such as the open palm. So it's like opening it out, spraying out, trying to grab something, and completely closed fist, just for more angry dynamic pose. So you can take the hand out. As you can see, it's a rubber with a ball jointed end, which is why be careful, because it might snap here if you bend it too hard. So yeah, this is pretty cool. So a bit more on accessories. We have a stand, which Ridgemaru can actually plug in at the butt. It's not a really secure, it's not extremely secure, but it's good enough. It's good enough for what it is. It's not a very heavy kit anyway. Okay, and the additional accessory is this, which is a lightning effect with two little holes here, so that you can actually slot the sword in like this, so it looks like Ridgemaru is actually releasing an attack. Except it's a bit floppy, so. And finally, there is this. It's the text of the Dinru Ken, the Rising Dragon Sword, which is the name of the attack here. And there is actually two tabs, one on the top, one at the bottom, like this, which allows you to slot one end of this tag in. So if you position this lightning effect correctly, i.e. doing it from the back and then to the front, and then through the second hole to the back again, you can slot this in. To reenact his final attack, where the name of the sword actually is somehow appearing in front of a blade before he slashes it down, and unleashing thunder at his enemy. So yeah, this is a pretty cool kit. I have to say that you definitely have to paint him, because of the fit is not perfect. From MC, and the fact that it's actually ABS means that the fit on some of the parts is not very good, and seam line therefore is showing really badly. Seam lines such as right at the middle of the torso, right at the middle of the forearm, also right in the middle of the upper leg and the lower leg on the back, and also right through the middle of the body on the back and on the front as well, top and lower. So yeah, only bits that is actually survive perfectly without too much trouble with seam line is the head. And even on the head, to be honest, there's actually two seam line on either side, but it's very easy to hide, so that's not a big problem. The other thing that I would complain is, if you can see it here, his eyes are, actually they give you stickers. A lot of people on the internet complain that the stickers are very flimsy and easy to break. In my case, it's actually perfect. It actually didn't break at all. In fact, it's slightly thinner and slightly soft, means that I can actually form it into the shape of the eye. But the color of the eye is wrong. In here, the eyes are orangey yellow, while in here it's supposed to be green. Oh, and to just show off, these are the jewel stickers. So yeah, there's something wrong with this kit here, but something that these are pretty minor, and because I'm going to paint the whole kit, that's not going to be a problem. That's basically it. would I recommend this kit? Yes and no. Only buy it if you are prepared to do a little bit of work and doing a bit of painting. The kit construction itself is very simple. There's no problem with it. The articulation, although it's not as good as high grade, to be honest, but for SD, this is perfect. This is all you want. In terms of rigidity, I think it's not bad. It could be better, but to be honest, for the money you're paying, it's essentially is about Kotobukiya sort of SD style kit price. Well, less than that, and you're getting that sort of articulation. I would say this is not bad. Not to mention, sometimes Kotobukiya kit could be flimsy as well. So yeah, if you are interested in Wataru and Ryujimaru, I would say try and find it. Try to pick it up. And that is basically it. If I finish painting him, I might show him painted as well. But that will be another video. Yeah, so join me next time.